Hello and welcome back to our game of Magical Kitties, Save the Day. I am Mark, your GM, and again joined by Lauren and Doug. On our last episode, Hoppurr and Schnitzel found Peaches, but Peaches had been transformed into a large, monstrous cat. After defeating Peaches reverted to their normal form and just took a nap. And their Schnitzel and Hoppurr's crow friends brought Peaches back to Peaches' home. Activating a robot, Hoppurr figured out that their next target would be Mr. Marshall's organic tea works. And they set off towards Mr. Marshall's. They overheard Mr. Marshall's say, "Darn the side effects, that's a 1 in 100 chance," and uncovered the location of Eddie, who Mr. Marshall will be transporting a few towns away. Eddie wanting to expose Mr. Marshall and everything that he's doing. Apparently this catnip turns not only cats, but people and other animals into monsters as well. The two of them discovered a large vat of pesticides right next to a large water tank that all of the robots that are harvesting in the fields are plugged into. The spigot is remarkably similar. And the plan, last we heard, was to destroy Mr. Marshall's tea fields using pesticides.
Mm-hmm.
Schnitzel and Hoppurr stand in the fields surrounded by this fragrant, minty-smelling catnip. Behind them, robots begin to start the harvest. Their trucks are in the fields ready to be filled up with catnip before it moves on to whatever comes next before it's made into dried and turned into tea. Mr. Marshall is putting Eddie in a crate in the back of his truck, ready to take Eddie 3 towns over, drop him off where he can't cause any more trouble. And the two of you stand there looking at this giant vat of pesticides. What are you going to do?
See, I was thinking that we needed to use your power, but if we're just moving a hose from one spigot to another, we probably don't.
They're also ready for the harvest, so not sure they need to water them anymore.
So they might need some convincing if they're going to add more water, quote unquote water.
Wouldn't say convincing.
I mean, manipulating.
More rerouting.
Mm-hmm.
Changing of the prime directive.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not the prime directive. Change of task.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to mess with their task manager.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to Control-Alt-Delete them.
You see
Open up
that
task manager.
That more intelligent looking robot. It takes a second for you to decipher, but you see stamped across its chest, task manager.
Mr. Manager.
Okay. So I'm going to...
Get out of here, cats. Boy, I don't actually have my robot stats.
Get into...
Yeah. You want to get into this robot's brain circuits. Let's do it. What are you just pummeling your way in, or are you trying to navigate these circuits to find the ones that you need to mess with?
I'm going to surf
Gonna surf?
on those electrical superhighways.
Okay.
Right?
The
You think
information
this is gonna be-
superhighway.
Cunning
Yeah.
or fierce?
Well, my fierce is low. And I can't do it cute. So I
Cute.
have to do it cunning.
Probably cunning. All right. You need a 4 or higher. You get to add your 2 dice because you are using your power.
Yes. Two 3s, 2 5s, and a 6.
2 5s and a 6 is a success, and you get to decide whether a fellow kitty gets +1 die in the next pool, you accomplish a secondary goal, or a foe cannot cause trouble for some time.
I have an idea for.
Go ahead.
There is another task to be done because we need those hoses changed, and that is not normally a job for somebody that doesn't have thumbs. I think that's going to be what Schnitzel is doing.
Secondary goal, though.
So, couldn't part of brain hacking
Mm-hmm.
into the robots be that the task, like, they already know what they're doing with the task, right? They have this way that they're supposed to do this task.
Mm-hmm.
So switching the hoses would be a part of performing that task for them.
Except for that they don't usually use the pesticide. So it's almost like you're telling them to water the plants with pesticide?
Well, no. Wouldn't they have a directive that would be
The
pesticide?
directive is don't use pesticides on these particular plants. I think these pesticides are probably used for the beautiful landscaping that you see out front.
And they probably wouldn't manage that.
But you are successfully switching their
Right.
digital synapses
Sure.
of this leader to give out new orders. And those new orders are water the plants.
So we have to switch the hoses.
I want Schnitzel to switch the hoses.
Yeah. Go ahead, switch.
You want me to switch the hoses? I see how you've I see what you've done here. I see what you.
Yeah.
You have to solve the puzzle.
No, I get it, and I have a solution. But I feel like Mark, you like. I feel like I know what you want me to do. Schnitzel's going to transform into a chimp.
Why a chimp?
Because he got thumbs.
Okay.
I can switch the.
All right, I need a. Well, how do you? It's probably cunning, right?
Yeah.
It's always kind of.
This will take all of my.
It's cunning pretty often.
I'm not going to do it ferociously.
I mean, you can be mean about it.
You could.
Do you want to pass on a die with your bonus?
Does Hoppurr want to do that?
Hoppurr rolled a 3.
Yeah.
Give an extra die to Schnitzel.
Yep.
That gives me a lot of die, I think.
It's a lot of dice.
Okay. So I'm rolling. I'm actually going to be rolling 6 die. And what do I need to get?
You need to get a 4.
All right. I got 3 5s.
Okay. Success and. Tell me what happens. What do you do?
So I can almost get like 2 successes in a way if I want to solve another task.
You can accomplish a secondary goal, yes.
Schnitzel transforms into a chimpanzee. I sort of think that all the things he transformed into have like a little bit of his Maine Coon coloration.
It's got the sideburns.
Yeah, and it's got like his blue eyes.
It's like a What's the... Never mind. I was going to say, like, the Jumanji. Is it an orangutan?
Could be an orangutan.
No, I think he's a chimp.
He's a chimp.
Yeah.
And he chimps his way over and unscrews one and runs over and screws this tube back into the pesticide, so that these robots can start destroying these crops.
And the worker bots get the order from the task manager to start watering, and you hear the churn of water of pesticides from inside this tank as it starts going through this massive hose.
And, great. A secondary goal task. Now that he's got some thumbs, can he get over there and open up that trunk real quick and get Eddie out? Is it too late? Is Eddie already gone?
Eddie is not gone. You chimp your way over to, as this is now a verb, chimp your way over to the trunk and unhook the latch. And you see Eddie's crate there. He's still shouting about, "You'll never get away with this. The news is going to have a field day with this." And he's very surprised to see a chimp. And you get in there, and I think you catch Mr. Marshall's eyes in the rear view mirror. And he goes from angrily looking back there to, "What? An ape?" And he gets out of the front of the truck and starts to head around to the back.
Can I take control of the truck?
That would be using your power again. So I don't think so.
Oh, I already did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not.
You do have control over a thing that could possibly drive a truck. Or could possibly bonk someone on the head, I guess.
Yeah. So I only have control over
You've got the
Mr.
leader.
Manager.
Yeah. The task manager.
Okay. The task manager. Can the task manager do more? Like, can
manage
he walk
tasks.
around than manage tasks?
I mean, he tried to shoo you. Shoo, cat.
Oh, that's true.
Shoo, cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you have in mind?
There has to be like some kind of projectile. Something that can be thrown that would be quicker than, I mean,
He's got a
these are farm
big sun hat.
workers. They're probably
There's like
happy.
shovels and rakes and stuff.
Yeah.
Buckets and
I think
boxes.
a bucket would work. So I want one of those robots to throw a bucket at Mr. Marshall.
At Mr. Marshall.
Yeah.
Mr. Marshall comes around the truck and goes, "Is that pesticides?" And starts running back towards you. And I think it's a fierce, but I think it's a 3 since you already have control. So you just roll your fierce and hope for a 3.
Okay. I got a 4, 5, and a 6.
Dang. Okay.
It not only hits him,
Uh-huh.
but it lands perfectly on his head.
Yeah, and he stumbles forward and bucket plants, and there's a clang.
Yeah. Gets knocked out.
He is stopped. He is stopped in his tracks. Cool. What now?
Schnitzel releases Eddie from the cage with his little chimpanzee.
Wow, thanks, Ape.
You're welcome, Eddie.
Whoa, how do you know my name?
Maybe you should transform back.
I'm going to stay an ape in case it's useful.
Okay.
Just to freak out Mr. Marshall.
Mr. Marshall's out cold.
Oh, okay. Eddie, we were sent to get Peaches, and
Oh, good, you found him?
yeah, Peaches.
Last I saw, he was heading back towards town, and he wasn't in very good shape.
Yeah, Peaches turned into a big monster.
Oh, I'm aware. So did I.
How did you turn back? Just they just like put you in isolation, or
It wears out.
Okay.
Yeah, they caught me.
Well, so yeah, we were sent by Daisy, who you probably know a little bit, and we are sympathetic to your plight.
We gotta tell everybody.
Well, how do we tell everybody with little cat mouths that just meow?
But you don't have a cat
Tell the
mouth, you got a
crows.
monkey mouth.
I do have a monkey mouth.
We could enlist the help of our faithful friends.
So yeah, this is I'm Schnitzel. I'm actually a cat, not a chimp. This is
Wait, what?
Hoppurr. It's some kind of it's a magical cat. I'll leave it at that.
Wow. I've only heard of you guys. I've never actually. Wow. I'm
You
gonna
don't
tell
know-
everybody.
Sure, you tell other cats. You don't know. You never met Dominic, the portal cat.
No.
We
Well-
forgot about him.
He's doing all right, enjoying a sausage. How can we tell
We should
everybody?
probably get out of here.
Is there anything else we can? We were going to tell everybody. How do we do that?
We need to get out of here.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
All right.
We gotta go before Mr. Marshall wakes up. This echo is killing me.
The three of you run and chimp through the fields, away from the pesticides, attempting not to get sprayed. You can smell the pesticides over the smells of the plants, and I think as you go, you start to see the nearby plants start to blacken, and you get into the woods. You are presumably free to go. Heading back to your houses. Where are you going?
I'm going back to that dumpster.
Trying to get another bologna slice.
I'm gonna pee
So
on the
cats do?
catnip that's behind the dumpster.
Okay.
As the three of you make your way through the forest, you hear behind you a loud yowl. That's almost cat, but not quite. And you hear a crashing in the trees, and you see a beast wearing scraps of a suit. And it says, "You cats destroyed my business. I'm gonna get you."
So this is Mr. Marshall, and he's like, he's monster.
monster?
He's Mr.
Monster
Monster.
Marshall.
Mr.
Monster
Monster.
Marshall.
He's monsterfied.
Mr. Monster? Oh no.
Okay. What are we gonna do?
Charge.
How far did we get?
Yeah. You got almost to that. You're very, very close to that pile of robot bits.
Okay.
Like it's a couple dozen feet away behind you. He's wearing tatters of a suit. He's got feline features, and his legs are sort of backwards, like a cat's legs. He's got a big bushy tail swishing behind him, and big saber-toothed fangs.
So he's catified.
It's catified.
Mr. Meow or Shoal?
What are you gonna do?
Doug? Or
Yeah.
Schnitzel?
I gotta turn into something. I mean, I might still be a chimp, but this is a new scene, so I could change from chimp to something else.
Basically, to pare things down, you need 4 successes against Mr. Monster Marshall to get through the scene.
Okay. Let's see. I want to change into something. What's a good tiny animal? Or
do you have any kitty treats left?
I do have 1 kitty treat.
Because you can use a kitty treat to use one of the bonus abilities that your power has that you don't have.
So I could spend a kitty treat and say that I am going to harness the ability to turn into something large.
Yeah. Hoppurr could spend a kitty treat and use it to rejuvenate all of the robots in that adjacent field or adjacent clearing.
Cool. I'm gonna spend one, and I'm gonna try and turn into something large.
All right. That kind of sounds like you're going for fierce.
Yeah, this is gonna be fierce.
Okay.
Which is probably gonna be harder, huh?
It's a 5. You need a 5.
I need a 5, and I am rolling 3 for my fierce. Do I get like a bonus or anything for? I just get the ability to turn into something big.
Yeah.
I guess I'm only rolling 3
plus your power.
Oh, right.
2.
Yeah, that would have been a mistake. Okay. I only got 2 successes. I got a 5 and a 6.
That is a success.
Mm-hmm. And?
Nope,
It's just a
success.
Okay.
What do you do? What happens?
I'm gonna turn into a rhinoceros.
Okay.
Which is a very huge, heavy thing.
Uh-huh.
And try
what do you do?
and charge at him and like bash into him and slow him down, slow his attack down on everybody else.
And you bash into this giant cat monster, sending him flying across the space into a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Hoppurr.
I'm going to spend one of my treats.
Yeah.
And the mech pile, is going to recalibrate into functioning robots. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my magical power to go into the mind of T-44, who's there, but also these recalibrated robots. And all I'm going to have them do is say, "Get out of here, cat."
Great.
Over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. As loud as they possibly can.
Perfect.
So
you get extra 2 dice for using your power. It sounds to me like cunning.
Okay, so I have 3, 2. I have 5. 2 4s, 1 5, 2 6s.
Holy moly, that's a super success. If you want, you can cause an extra owie. It can really jar Mr. Monster Marshall. Or you can pass an extra die not only to yourself, or not only to Schnitzel, but to yourself for the next roll. Yeah, or you can add an additional good thing to the scene.
I'm going to do an additional good thing.
Okay. So we got one owie. All of these robots activate, and you hear this booming echo. Get out of here, cat. Get out of here, cat.
So maybe it's also a combo of like owie and a good thing. But the loudness of these robots, they may be few, but they're very powerful. It causes the reverberations cause
all the acorns
to fall.
It's just a rain of acorns down from the trees. And I think Eddie, his ears go down behind him, and he like shrugs and looks around, and I think Eddie's just going to take off through the trees back towards town. Schnitzel, you are a rhinoceros. You don't get a bonus 2 dice anymore, but what do you do as this rain of acorns falls down on Mr. Monster Marshall?
I think that Rhino Schnitzel is going to try and use his like head and horn to fling and flip Mr. Marshall into the air.
Mr. Monster Marshall.
Mr. Monster Marshall.
And maybe send him into the pile of robots.
Get out of here, cat. Get out of here, cat. That sounds
probably
like fierce. Yeah.
Hopefully I can do it, because I'm only rolling 3.
Yeah,
my fierce is
you need
3.
a 5.
We'll see if I can do it. I got 2 6s.
That is a plain old success. You are all very lucky.
Yeah, we have been really lucky.
That is it. You have done it. What do you do that takes Mr. Monster Marshall and turns him back into Mr. Marshall?
I think that Rhino Schnitzel, well, I guess it's maybe a little bit furry. He's a little extra hairy.
He's a hairy rhino. Sure.
With some, different patches of gray and black and white fur. Charges at this sort of stunned Monster Marshall, and like bears down its horn and gives him a whack.
He goes flying,
lands loudly in a clinking pile of bot pieces.
And obviously all the bot pieces just go up into the air and crash back down on him.
Yep. And I think that this is enough to the effects wear off. When you are brought to the point of passing out, these things kind of tend to go away.
Oh, my tea.